What is going on, everybody? TaylorJones in the house, and today we are going to be talking about the rental arbitrage blueprint. Guys, by the end of this video, I'm going to make sure that you have every single piece of information that you need to go out and literally find your first Airbnb property today. Okay? Rental arbitrage. You're going to find a lease, you're going to secure that baby, crank it, get it listed, everything. I'm going to walk through it really quickly so that you have the foundation, and you're going to be blown away about how simple this is. Okay, before I get into this, I want to say one thing. Everyone should have an Airbnb property. If you're going to live somewhere and you're an entrepreneur or a digital nomad and you're traveling around the world and you're gone even a month out of the year, why the heck would you not make money during that month that you're gone? Everyone should have an Airbnb. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you how to get one, and you can get one in more than one place. Okay, I'm about to go to California and get one 5 minutes from the beach. So let me show you how you can do this. Now, the hardest part of this process is step number 2, getting the landlord permission or property permission to get the Airbnb on, to get their permission to put their property on Airbnb. Because when you're doing rental arbitrage, you do not own the property. This is the most difficult step, and here's the good news, guys. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this. Just stick around to the end of the video. Okay, but before you do this, don't treat this like a side hustle, guys. Go out there, set up an LLC today, fill out your SS4, get your EIN, and then open up 3 trade lines so that you guys can actually start funding your business, okay? So do that step first. If you're actually going to take this seriously, go get all 3 of those set up. And then, once you've done that and the IRS is getting back to you, then go ahead and start looking for your first property. If you guys are low on capital, less than 10K, I'm going to recommend you start with an apartment complex. If you're like Taylor, I have a 0% APR credit card with 30 grand on it, and I want to make as much money as I possibly can, I'm going to actually recommend that you go with a house, because 4 or 5 bedroom houses have a higher profit margin. Okay? Apartment complexes are great places to start, though. I personally have all 3 of mine in apartment complexes, and I love it. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how you can do this in areas that I recommend you do this in. Okay, so some of the best markets for Airbnb are California. We have Salt Lake and Colorado are great because of all the skiing, right? Anywhere out west because of all the national parks, there's an opportunity there. Florida, holy crap, Florida. I think I've heard New York is actually illegal. I don't know about that, but these are great places to start, guys. Great places to start, okay? Out west, literally anywhere near a national park. So here's what we're going to do. Taylor, but how do I find my first property? This is what I did, guys. This is exactly what I did. You go to Airbnb.com, okay? And let's say, for example, that we want to find an Airbnb in, actually, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to start with a house or a condo. I'm going to show you guys how to start doing this first, and then I'm going to share the apartment complexes, because this is honestly easier to do, but harder to get a yes. This is harder to do, but easier to get a yes. So let's go ahead and go to, first thing we're going to go to is Zillow.com, okay? So you're going to pick the city that you think is going to have a huge opportunity with Airbnb. And then you're going to, so let's type in Dallas, Texas. I know Hamza Zafar, he has a lot of properties in Dallas, Texas. So it must be a good city. And then we're going to do this. We're going to filter this by 4,500, because you got to put that money down. Like, you need that much money. And I don't think you guys got more than 4,500. And then we're going to look for, at least 3 bedrooms. At least 3. And then at least 2 baths. Okay? The more beds, the more baths, the more money we make. And we're going to do for rent, and then we're going to filter this by only houses, and we're going to apply. Now, what we're looking for is something that looks like it's been listed by the property owner. We don't really want to talk to a realtor. We can, but I'd rather talk directly to the property owner. So what we're going to do, and we also want something that's kind of near downtown. So let's go into downtown, and then let's look at some of these properties, like right here. Okay. We don't want to be too far away. Okay, so now let me show you guys something really, really cool. Sometimes it's actually good to run a quick rentalizer search before you call them. And you also can see when it was listed. So let's go ahead and do this. Ready? So look at this. This property, right? Let's pick one of these. Let's do this property right here. This was listed 4 days ago. Okay. So we're going to go here. And this is only $1,800 a month, but it's a 3-bedroom. So let's go ahead and pull up airdna.co. And I actually think I might be out of my monthly searches. I might have to, it might not let me do this. I think you only get so many monthly searches. Let's see. Put it here, you just paste the address into here, and then you hit search. Yeah, you've reached the maximum number of searches. Okay, we're not going to do this. We're going to go back and we're going to go to Utah because I have Utah. So we'll do Salt Lake City. Utah. I like Salt Lake City. A lot of travel and tourism from all of the skiing. Okay? So let's look at something in this area right here. Not too far from downtown. You know what? Some of these luxury homes over here in the corner I bet you are pretty good. Let's check out some of these guys over here. Okay. So let's get something that looks like it's popping. Any homes that are just really stand out? We might have to, oh, this one looks beautiful. Look at this. This is a beautiful looking home. It's in Highland Drive. Where is that? Okay, it's near, oh, it's in Sugar House. Okay, Sugar House is a really nice area of Salt Lake City. Sorry guys, I'm expecting a phone call, that's why I'm looking at my phone. I was like, you know what, I don't have time in the day. We're shooting this baby. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna copy the address, and I paid for the Salt Lake City market, so I get as many searches as I want. Okay, check this out. So it says for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. This area is going to bring in about $49,000 a year. Well, let's do some quick math. The rent here is $3,500. So what's 3,500 times 12? Because there's 12 months in a year, right? Watch this. That's $42,000. Guess what? This property is going to be. We want the annual revenue to be at least 2x the annual rent. Okay, so we're going to go back through and say, okay, well, let's find maybe a cheaper property that's in Sugar House, or maybe a better area. So look at these two up here. What's that? Should we try this one? I'm trying to look for something that really stands out, you know. The area makes a huge difference. The area really does make a huge difference. So let's go over to this one. Okay, look at this. So see that? This is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath in Yale Avenue. This must be a nice neighborhood, okay? Look at this, 4,200. The annual revenue here is 91,000. So look at this. Ready? Watch this. So now we're going to take our 4,200 And we're going to multiply that by 12, 4,200 times 12. And guess what? That's going to bring in 50,000. And this is saying that we're going to bring in 91. So we have a $40,000 margin that we might be able to work with. Also, we might be able to negotiate this homeowner down to like 3,800, 3,500. So then we're going to scroll down, and it's going to say, look, listed by property owner. That's what we want, guys, right there. That's what we want. Okay, so guess what? We're going to call this property owner, and I'm just going to show you guys what a typical phone call looks like and how I'm going to pitch them on Airbnb. It's super easy. You're basically just going to ask them a couple questions, and then you're going to be like, hey, so I actually run a legitimate short-term rental business here in Salt Lake City. Would you be open to discussing having this on your leasing this property? That's literally all you're asking. You want to talk to the property. This is perfect. So we're just going to call her. Have a conversation. You know? Usually they use Google Voice. Sometimes we don't know. Please leave your name and number, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah, so she didn't answer. But we basically just call her up and be like, hey, Sarah, my name's Taylor. I actually run a small property management company here in Salt Lake City. I'm really interested in your property you have listed on 1863 East Yale Ave. Would you be open to discussing, a 2 or 3 year lease, rent paid early, with the option to sublease? Is that something you're open to? And then she might be like, no way. Or she might be like, okay, 2-3 year lease, rent paid early. Well, I don't know if I want you putting on Airbnb. Is that what you're talking about? That's what she might say. And then just be like, well, guess what? Airbnb actually has a $1 million insurance policy for each of our guests. So not only would your house be fully insured from any damages, but also your house is going to be cleaned like 5 to 8 times a month and always kept in perfect condition. So that's what you're looking for on Zillow. And you can literally just call 20, 30 people. That's what you got to do. Now, another way of doing this, another way of finding properties, is you could literally just go to Google Maps, okay, and do the same thing, but instead do it with luxury apartments, okay? The reason that I say luxury apartments, Salt Lake City, is you don't want to mess around with the riffraff. Okay, same thing with private label, same thing with Amazon. We don't want to scrape the barrel and be the budget option. That's not what we want. We want the lux, baby. Because when we're paying a premium, we can charge a premium. Okay? So where was that property? I think we were over here, the Braxton at Trolley Square. So look at this. This is an apartment complex. Okay? So we're going to copy this address. Let's go ahead and open up their website real quick, the Braxton. And here's the really freaking cool thing about apartment complexes that nobody's talking about. Typically, there's these huge management companies, and they own apartment complexes all over the United States or all over certain cities. If one of their apartment complexes has an Airbnb program or offers corporate leases, it's most probable that their other properties also do. So how cool is this? We're going to take this address. These guys look pretty legit. Let's look at their gallery, make sure that they look kind of cool and stuff. Oh, wow. Look. These look beautiful. High ceilings. Really nice. So let's see what this is going to make us. Let's go to the rentalizer. We'll copy the Braxton in here. And how much is a 3-bedroom? $37K. That's probably not going to be enough. I don't think. Let me see if this changes over 5 guests. And I don't think that's going to be enough, really, because we're probably talking $1,800 a month in rent. But who knows? Maybe it's cheap. Let's go ahead and look at their floor plans. So we'll go to floor plans. We'll see what their 2 beds start at. 1 bed, 1 bath, 2 bed, 2 bath starts at what? Oh, $2,000. Yeah, instantly out, because this is saying 37 and we're already at 24,000. We need 2x, at least 2x. So we're going to go back and we're going to start over. Let's go ahead and see what Cityscape Apartments has us. over here. We're just going to copy the address. We're going to plug it into Airbnb. 37K. Okay, let's get a different part of Salt Lake. Let's go to a different part. Let's go up here, a little bit Capitol Hill area. Let's go here. We'll copy this address. We'll go here. Sometimes they. Okay, Capitol Hill. And we're going to change this to a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 5 gas. Okay, 34K. Yeah, we don't really want that. What about a 3-bedroom? Maybe they offer 3 bedrooms. Okay, 3 bedrooms bringing in 54. So let's see what floor plan these guys have. You know, and you just got to plug and play to see kind of where the margin's at. You know? So all we have is 2 bedrooms. We don't want that. Okay, let's go to a different area. We're just going to keep scrolling through here. Okay. I'm not familiar, honestly, with all of these areas. Let's 33rd Brickstone Apartments. Let's copy this address. What do their 2 beds start at? We know that most of these places are going to be averaging $2,000 a month, so we want to bring in at least 40. Ooh. $35. Okay, well, if we can get a 2-bed for $1,800, maybe it's worth it. You know? Let's see if we can get a 2-bed for like $1,800. Usually you want to just go right to the floor plan. 2 beds. Oh, they have 3 beds. Oh, perfect. See what I'm saying? Look at this. So they have 2 beds at $1,400. They have 3 beds. You need to call for details. Okay, so look at this. 3 bed, $1,400 to $1,700. Let's see what the availability is. These guys are going for $1,400. So then literally watch this. Ready? We'll take $1,500 and we'll multiply that by 12. And that's 18,000 times 2. We want 36,000. Guess what? This is bringing in 35K. So this might actually be a decent opportunity. Okay? This is 2x. You know? And then you can even, you know, there's so much other data you can look at. So we literally just call these guys and be like, hey, do you guys have an Airbnb program? Do you guys do corporate leases? You know? So let's go ahead and just give them a call. Ready? 801-618-2890. Sometimes people are like, oh, we don't do that. But other times they're like, yes, we do. You just gotta call. You know, people are afraid to pick up the phone. You just gotta call.
A peace living community. Para español, oprima el número 0. To request leasing information, press 1. To leave a general message for our office staff, press 2. If you are experiencing a maintenance emergency, press 3. If this is a life-threatening emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Thank you.
See, peak living apartment.
One of our leasing professionals will be happy to provide you with information about our property. Please leave your name, telephone number, and the best time to reach you after the tone, and your call will be returned as soon as possible. Thank you.
So guys, I didn't get someone on the phone. I should have left a message if I was actually interested. But here's what's really cool. So peak living, this is what I was just talking to you guys about. This is a property management firm that has a lot of apartment complexes underneath its management. So they have one in Naples, Florida. They have one in Reno, Nevada. And I've heard Nevada is a great place to do Airbnb. And they have one in Florida. So here's the really cool thing. If you got permission at one of these properties, they're probably going to give you permission at one of their other properties. You literally just got to call and ask, do you guys have an Airbnb program where you take 10% and give me permission to sublease? Or, if sometimes it's better to start out by saying, do you guys have corporate leases? Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm actually interested in setting one up with you guys. I have a property management company. We do Airbnb. And see if they're open to it. If they say no, we don't allow it, move on. That's fine. Move on to the next one. Okay, and that's really all you guys are gonna do, And then you gotta run the numbers. I already showed you how to do that. You just want to make sure that revenue is 2x annual rent. That's a really basic starting point. Okay, there's obviously way more ways that you need to break this down, but if this metric is met, there's a 50 to 70% chance you have a good property. If you guys want to go more in depth on how to run the numbers of an Airbnb business, send me a DM on Instagram, or you can look into doing some coaching with me, and I'd be happy to help you guys out. And the final thing is the design, which I'm not going to touch in this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's go.